Oh, goodbye. Is he gonna eat it? He's not gonna eat it. He's gonna eat it. Oh, good. I was worried for Luffy.
The One Piece awaits, a treasure untold. Boundless possibilities, stories unfold. Knocks and cheers as Luffy sets sail into the unknown where legends prevail. The grand line calls a place of wonder. Adventure awaits, lightning and thunder.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Noxidar here, and welcome to the next reaction of One Piece. Today, we're starting with episode 101. You might be able to hear I have a little bit of a cold or allergies or something. I don't know, I'm under attack. I was doing good recording this morning, and now something's just creeping up on me. But that's not what we're here for, and I don't need a diagnosis. We need to get right to this reaction. I like this music, juxtaposed to a skull in the desert as positively positive. Am I crazy? But that gave me like Rescuers Down Under vibes. I don't know why. I just thought it was pretty cool. Alright, so Ace definitely has a name made for himself. Almost makes you wonder if they're even related. Oh, do tell. I mean, I could only imagine. I've seen just a glimpse of what his powers are capable of. He barely broke a sweat. I don't actually know if he broke a sweat. That seems a little wasteful, doesn't it? Gonna be waiting a while. Ooh. Ooh. I was gonna say, was that just a little rock? Cool pistol though. I like the look of that. Why would you do that? Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Why would you do that? Oh, goodbye. Is he gonna eat it? He's not gonna eat it. He's gonna eat it. Oh, good. I was worried for Luffy. Defeated Blackbeard? That's what I said! Man, this happened a lot. I don't know, something seems off about that Scorpion guy. It kind of seems like in this society where reputation is kind of everything, you end up running into a lot of cowards. It kind of reminds me of, well, I didn't read it, but I believe it was written by Mark Twain, Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court, and everybody was sitting around like just one-upping each other about like, you know, all the dragons and stuff that they fought. I don't know, I could very easily see a situation like that playing out several times over in a universe, in a world of One Piece. Net launcher, of course. What's that gonna do? Oh, that's gonna be hot. Yeah. Oh no. Really digging the soundtrack though. I love this guy's gadgets. Super inventive. Let's go.
悪くねえ作戦だろう。
Huh? Dip and Chip? Those are names. Ah, so maybe a little rusty? This is just another example of where I'm in on the whole angle of bounty hunter. This guy, he's an opposing force. I'm not supposed to cheer for him. And then whoop, we do a rug pull. And I find myself like, well, I get it. This is clearly a father who would do anything for his kids. He even gave up, a career in bounty hunting. I'm going to assume he's a little rusty. And also, I'm going to just assume right off the get-go that he's definitely in over his head, trying to square up with Fire Fist Ace. I mean, we've seen that already so far. I don't know. Now I feel like I have to cheer for him. Maybe Luffy had the right of it. He kind of just warmed up to the guy. He thought he was funny, thought he was silly. I almost wonder if he just kind of engaged with that kind of fatherly energy, even subconsciously, like making that connection. I don't know. He definitely gets people. I'm not surprised. I should have been a little more at ease with Luffy behind him, but that's cool. Yeah, I like this guy already. Oh, good kids. Man, that is such an important message. Oh my gosh, that speaks to me right now. Coming back from an extended break is hard enough. Coming back from your second extended break and trying to keep the reasons for it suppressed so that you could just push forward and get to these recordings. I'm speaking about me, to me. It's so important. Here I am, I'll grind it out, even if I have to blow it out my nose to whatever. I have like airhead cold, so I don't know what I'm saying. I hope it makes sense. It doesn't. I do believe that messages like these, I'm so glad to see it. And so whenever they pop up, whenever something like that speaks to me, I really want to stop and just appreciate it and take it in. Because for me, I know that there's the entire culture war that's happening and all these buzzwords that fly. But to me, at the end of the day, I want to appreciate a good story, and a good story that feels like it is rooted and invested in the betterment of society instead of in the identification of its difference. And I get it, there are stories for all types. One Piece to me is definitely a story that I glom onto. And if you just saw the last video, it took a long time for me to get there. But now that I'm here, I'm hooked. And so seeing characters like this definitely makes me happy. Scorpion, you get my thumbs up enthusiastically. If I wasn't sick at the moment, I would definitely do it. If you constantly challenge the impossible, life will be paradise. Yes. Every moment that I have felt worthless and useless, whenever I kind of have the awareness to draw in my surroundings and my circumstance, those feelings are often more closely associated with the fact that I haven't invested myself in something, a difficult challenge, a worthy challenge. I think of like a lot of things come to mind, like Carlos Castaneda, going through life with a glad heart, finding a path that has merit, has value, and if it doesn't have that, then to not seek it, but to go forth gladly and embrace life. Lots of ideas like that really resonate with me, and I don't know if it's because now I'm in the later part of my 30s where I'm constantly looking for things that define my life instead of looking for ways to make a mark, right? Like I'm not looking for the thing that lets me get out ahead and carve a name for myself. Now I'm looking at the things where when I look back, what do I see? And I can honestly say, piggybacking off of my last video, going down this path is one that I do with a glad heart. I set myself to One Piece first because I knew that it would be a logistical nightmare to even try to grapple this. I didn't want to go for just a small series, try it out, learn the process. I'm like, no, I want to make mistakes. I want to do weird stuff. And at the end of the day, I want to express myself and my gratitude by also the effort I have put into the thing. And so that's why striking forth with the next set of 100 videos, I do want to put everything I have into it, and I want that challenge, that impossible challenge, to feel like paradise. Those words really speak to me, because when you set out for those challenges, everything that falls short of it is not impossible, it's doable, and it's comfortable, and you make life better for yourself. I wish more younger people would recognize the value in that sentiment. Dude, Scorpion, you gotta stop dropping these truth bombs, man. I can only pause so much before I start to see it show up in the comments. I'm just kidding. Kind of. Get it, Scorpion. I'm cheering for you. I like Ace, though. Aww. That's not good, Dad. Oh, I see. Yeah, just erase the entire mountain. Awesome demonstration of his abilities, though. That's a good family there. These colors. Holy cow. Yeah. I really love the way that Ace services this story. He kind of creates a healthy competition now where everybody else that Luffy seems to come up against, you know, immediately is an antagonist, right? They have set themselves against him. There's the struggle and then the eventual overcoming of it. So having the dynamic of a brother who is also in competition, but of a more healthy variety, that feels good. This whole episode was unexpectedly wholesome. I wasn't expecting a family story out in the desert, and yet there it is. There it was. Very cool. I'm so glad I saw that. And now, on to episode 102. I love those quasi 3D rotating shots. They're just, like, animation wise, they're so neat to see. Man, I feel like if they get out of this desert, they're never leaving it down to the people that left them behind. Although probably at some point they're all going to leave each other behind, so I guess they'll all just, I don't know, maybe it's just like a neutral effect. I would be so lost. There's no way you catch me on my own in the desert. I couldn't do it. Exactly.
俺もそう思う。
それぞれが自分のできることを死ぬ気でやって、俺はやったぞ。次はてめえの番だ。できなきゃぶっ殺すくらいの気合が初めてチームワークってのは成立すんじゃねえのか。
That's intense.
ウソップの言ってた自分のできることをやればいいってのはそういうことか。
あいつが言うと嘘くせえけどな。
I almost feel like if this bit of story is present in the manga and not just something from the anime, I almost wonder if, because I've been reading through the manga, right? And I've seen the different SBS and the like Q&A that Eiichiro Oda does. This almost distinctly feels like an answer to a question that he's probably received numerous times, but maybe didn't immediately have an answer to. And like, he's exploring the theme of it. And it's not just rattling off like, you know, some philosophical platitude that he just pulled out of his derriere. Like, this feels methodical the way it's being laid out. These questions seem very deliberate. Their specificity almost seems like something, like I said, that he'd been asked before. It's very cool. These are good things to establish early on too. And they're absolutely right. Like, Chopper is absolutely right. Everybody in this crew is kind of doing their own thing. They definitely got the Maverick vibe going on. But at the same time, like, it's almost a sense of order through chaos. And I think that's kind of where Zoro's trying to guide it, but maybe he's having like trouble getting to that specific point. Either way, I love it because to me, that's great storytelling. If everybody got along, their teamwork was flawless, everything went off without a hitch, they didn't end up getting separated in a desert, it would be boring because they would run out of things to talk about. Easy, you know? And then they'd have to do like I Spy. You ever try I Spy in a desert? Seems like it would be done pretty quick too. At least he was kind enough to bring him with him. Is he gonna find a Diablos down there? Alright, like, I'm a sucker for adventure, right? Like, it's plastered over my cover art at this point on my channel. Like, if we get into like the ancient ruins, and I know I brought this up probably in like Worship Isle, I love when there is not just things that make sense in a world, but things that are mysterious to be explored. And I really get the sense that that is also something that Eiichiro Oda really enjoys, is like a sense of history, a sense of forgotten mysteries. And just without, before we even get to this, whatever this is, the fact that it's there, and the fact that that question is raised excites every fiber of my being. Unfortunately, also my sinuses, which are causing me to sneeze. Yes, if this was Assassin's Creed, he would have just uncovered a secret order. At least it's shady. Silver lining. More ruins. Let's go. Yep. Took the words right out of my mouth. Why am I even describing these things? The story gets there too. Again, if this is part of the manga, I've not read this far into the manga yet. I try to keep ahead on the anime and then come back and circle back with the manga later. So probably once I get done with the Alabasta arc, I'll be able to read the rest of my box set. So I'll find out eventually. And that's exactly why you do it. Why you go into history, for the epic nature of it.
それだけは何としても食い止めなきゃ。あいつらのやろうとしてることはこの土地をも滅ぼそうとしてるんですもの。クロコダイルの思う通りには絶対させない。
That's quite a fierce look she had right there.
よく見りゃ巨大なドームの中じゃねえか。
それも人の手で作られ、これ見てよ。壁いっぱいに絵みたいな文字がぎっしりと書かれてるだろ。前に本かなんかで見たことある。大昔の文字だこれ。地下に作ったのか、作ってから地下に埋めたのか。どっちにしてもこの建物を隠そうとしてるような気がするけど。
今しなきゃならねえことはとっととここを出ること。そうだろ船長。
あ、そうか。寿司のに。
いいから早く
I was gonna say, it probably feels good in there. That doesn't seem like it's gonna help.
そういうことか。
What? That's pretty epic, though. That would be scary as all get out. I'm more of a blue and a green kind of guy, but I gotta confess, like sunset, orange and reds and yellows and the way they play together is like so striking. And I know this is probably like the millionth time I've talked about like just the coloring and the landscaping, but there is just something so gorgeous and striking about this. It fits so well with One Piece as a whole too, because you know the weird and the wacky designs really are to kind of draw your eye to what's going on. And so even just down to the color choice, so good. Oh wow. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get back to it.
どうした？
風向きが変わった。匂いがする。
何？
間違いない。ナミの香水だ。
Aw. Man, what a great couple of episodes. We had one that it just presented some very good, like, wholesome moral lesson, but also, you know, I think very, very important ideas that that one should carry with themselves into adulthood. And then here we have mystery of the unknown. We have the definition of friendship and what it means to be a team, a crew, a family, and to not go it alone, but to find strength in that unity. And these are the things that when it's all said and done, I might not remember the dialogue, right? And I guarantee that while I don't remember the words, I definitely remember the feelings that they conjured, because that's something that I've carried with me. And I try to do that in my commentary style too, is to pull out the way things make me feel. Because I can talk till I'm blue in the face about how I think about things and give you all of my opinions. But I can't lie about how those things make me feel. And that is a truth that we both can share in that experience. When I come back and I watch these episodes later, when I'm much older, much more gray, it's gonna feel so good to experience these moments, but also hopefully, as long as I'm not too big of an airhead like I am right now, be able to adequately convey the general feeling, the general gist of what it was like to experience this for the first time. And that's kind of why I'm not doing the manga and reading ahead of where we are in the anime, because I really want this totality of experience right here. And I get it, it sometimes makes me stupid. I don't know when the filler is. I don't know if I'm watching filler. I sometimes wrongly associate things to Oda Sensei when they were actually the animation studio themselves and the wonderful people behind that. I'm sure that they work in close proximity to one another. But at the same time, like, I'm gonna make those mistakes. But I'm definitely not gonna mistake how I feel about something. And those are the things I'm excited to share with you. And so, until our next adventure together, that's all the time we have for today. This is Noxidar, out.